Do you often go short of sleep? That may be more of a problem than you're willing to admit. Young people tend to, as opposed to older people, those of us who are older have our sleep challenges, but younger people seem to get away with sleeping less, and I'm here to suggest that maybe that's a problem. The fact is that almost everyone needs 8 hours of sleep. There are those who are convinced that 5 or 6 hours is plenty, but research tends to show us that people who are not sleeping 8 hours at night, they're sleeping less. The quality of sleep may not be good. There might be alcohol used the night before. There might be stress going on that tends to disrupt sleep and even get processed during the night. And so people who are compromised by lack of sleep are compromised cognitively, they're compromised with respect to safety, and they're compromised with respect to their productivity. So let's go through that and talk about it in some detail. Most of us want to be sharp, cognitively, intellectually sharp as we go through our days. We have a lot of responsibility. We take on responsibility. Often we have responsibility for others. We have responsibility to be productive in the workplace. And so a good night's sleep is crucial to that sharp, mentally acute performance that we all want. So that's pretty much a given. So if you've slept 5 or 6 hours last night, you may be okay. But if you're sleeping 5 or 6 hours every night, or if there are things going on in your life that do disrupt the quality of your sleep, then you are probably functioning with a chronic sleep deprivation. And a chronic sleep deprivation, you look it up, look at the statistics, you're cognitively compromised. Also, while you're looking that up, look up safety risks. There are statistics which show that people who are relatively sleep deprived are more likely to have auto accidents, more likely to have other accidents, such as spilling your coffee on your computer, and more likely, frankly, to offend someone. Now, most of us want to go through the day without offending anyone, but sometimes we get rather testy and we blame it on stress, but it may also be that we're not getting enough sleep. I would also like to point out that happiness resides in the brain. Are you happy? Lots of times people, we live in a very stressful society. I call it a society of anxiety, in which we have high expectations of ourselves, we have high expectations of other people, we allow them to have high expectations of us, and some people therefore live lives that are overcommitted, overwhelming. They tell themselves, "Oh, I thrive on hectic," but then they're not really thriving. And I would suggest they're not really happy either. So sometimes in my psychiatry practice, I'll ask a patient, "Are you happy? Are you happy trying to get all that done?" I was talking with a woman in a telehealth appointment who was pushing a cart around Walmart gathering up school supplies. She was doing that while she was doing her doctor's appointment with me. Is she overcommitted? Is she multitasking? It all might sound good, feel good, might seem like it's being done well enough, but in fact, most Americans are overcommitted without enough time to slow down, to ask the question, "Am I happy?" If not, when am I planning to be happy? Are we happy in our relationship? Am I happy really with the parenting that I'm doing? If you have high expectations of yourself and your plate is full and you don't have room on your plate for the next small stressor that might come along, lest you snap or offend someone or spill coffee on your computer, sleep factors into all that. Sleep is about resting. It's about rejuvenating. The brain does a lot of rejuvenating for you during the night, setting you up for a successful day, but also a happy day. Happiness resides in the brain. So the lesson that I would offer you today is treat a good night's sleep as crucial to your happiness. And so a couple of suggestions would be, number one, learn the basics of sleep hygiene. Sleep hygiene is a list of all those rules that I consider basic information as one engineers normal sleep in your life. Don't take it for granted. Self-educate. Learn what sleep hygiene is. And then I would suggest that you reorganize your life to accommodate good sleep. If if you simply are not able to sleep more than 5 or 6 hours a night, then you should consider taking something off your plate. You're overcommitted. You've got too much going on, and as it was with me at one point, you may not be doing anything really well. So, food for thought. Thank you for listening. We'll see you in the next video.